Hey, I'm kind of sad now because with Barack Obama president now, I realize I can't be the first black president. It makes me sad. Anyway, our next comedian, he's in Chips, and apparently there's a show next week. What day is it, Russell?
The 21st and 22nd.
What? 21st and 22. All right, next up, he's over for Lewis Black. He's in Chips. Russell Johnson, everybody.
What happened to the hype? That's what I'm going for. Hey everybody, thanks Scott, by the way. That was really nice. Ride the wave right in. Hey everybody, my name is Russell. I'm from not here, I'm from New England. Or as I like to call it, new and improved England. Much gayer, but still got the crazy accents you've come to know and love. Being from the north and coming to the south was definitely a big transition for me because there are a lot of aspects of Southern culture that we don't really have in the north. It was really like this culture shock for me. I mean, it's just like, oh, hey, you're in the south. Here's some racism. Here's Bojangles. Like, oh, we don't have these. But the main one, and I think the biggest part of Southern culture that I just didn't get at first was NASCAR. It's a cultural phenomenon down here. I just haven't been able to wrap my mind around it. So I'm going to talk about it for a little while. Don't take any offense if you're a NASCAR fan, which you probably aren't because you're in Chapel Hill, Carborough, but I just don't really grasp NASCAR as a phenomenon. I just don't see how a stadium full of people can just be utterly worshiping guys who don't even realize that bumper stickers are supposed to go on the back of your car. I mean, I guess I can understand, like, why you would want to go to a NASCAR race, because in many ways it's the perfect live spectator sport, because it doesn't really demand too much of your attention. You know, you can be there with some of your buds, you're in Indianapolis, there's nothing better to do, you're having a drink, oh, I think it looks something like this, like, yeah, I've actually been thinking of re-shingling my roof, you know, because the insulation tends to get, hold on a second, still driving. Yeah, I think we need to, the economy, but I can't really picture why, whoa! Microphone. I can't really picture why anyone would ever want to watch NASCAR on television. It just doesn't, I just can't really wrap my brain around it because it doesn't really translate as well to a TV. I mean, I feel like I'm very open-minded about this. You know, I've accepted World Series of Poker, World Series of Darts, World Series of Rhythmic Gymnastics, World Series of Magic Gathering. Like, there's a reason I have 12 channels of ESPN. But I just can't get behind NASCAR on the TV, and I think it's because it makes every commentator sound a lot like John Madden. You know, like, well, I think what Jeff Gordon's going to need to do here is he's going to need to go faster than all of the other races. That's probably going to be his key to success. Newsflash, John Madden's a pirate, apparently. I don't know my accent. Anyhow, I don't think NASCAR really works that well on TV, so instead of cursing in the darkness, I'm going to light a candle, and I have some recommendations for the way that NASCAR can really market itself better to a TV audience. First thing, I think one of the big problems with NASCAR is the whole idea of the loop. Like, you just keep going around the loop. I think NASCAR would be much more fun if it was cross-country. If you're going to be going 500 miles, might as well, like, set them down here and say, all right, first one, Charleston wins. Go ahead. I think it's a good idea because it would make both NASCAR more interesting and 15501 a lot more interesting. Yeah, my other idea, and this sort of came out of a story that actually happened to me, a true narrative, if you will. The first NASCAR race I ever watched, I just decided to sit down and watch a NASCAR race. And the first one I ever watched, no joke, this is totally true, a driver got in a car crash and died right there. And it was horrific, and it was inhuman, and it was great TV, and I was hooked, and I couldn't stop watching it every single race just to see who was going to die next. It was like Lost. It was fantastic. And I think that NASCAR can really sort of market that phenomenon of just the sheer risk of death just by making one simple tweak. And that, you know, a NASCAR race typically is 20 guys going around a circle like this. But what if it was 19 guys going around a circle like this, and one guy going around a circle like this? Listen up, all right? The camera wouldn't be outside on the loop. The camera would be inside that one guy's car, looking up at his horrified that in like a minute. My real question about NASCAR, though, is how does one become a NASCAR driver? Because it definitely doesn't have the same channels to success as do most other sports. It's not like, you play intramural NASCAR in high school, and then you kind of, try out for varsity when you're in college and come on as a drive-on and then kind of work your way up, AA, AAA. I think the way actually people become NASCAR drivers is a lot more simple, a lot more Orwellian. It's just that, like, a mom sees her 4-year-old child playing with Hot Wheels and he's doing this. Oh, so proud, my little boy's gonna grow up to be a NASCAR driver. I think in that vein, though, what our parents' expectations are for us occupationally really sync up. They really have a profound impact on what we actually become in our own decisions. And I can say, like, from my own personal life, when I was a very young child, when I was like 5 and 6, there was this huge divide between what my parents expected from me and what I wanted to do occupationally. I guess the primary difference, if I can just put it into words, is they wanted me to become a doctor, whereas I wanted to become Batman. Really hard to commensurate those two. And it really ran into a lot of problems for us. They bought me a copy of Operation, hoping that I would get interested in human anatomy, whereas I was trying to trick out my tricycle to get fire to come out the back of it. It didn't really work. They got a clown for my birthday parties. That didn't go over well. Ultimately, they were hoping that I would just get really interested in the human anatomy, whereas at the same time, I was hoping that they would be killed in front of me to fuel my desire for justice. Thanks, everybody. I'm Russell Johnson.